I was checking into a hotel when the receptionist quietly pressed a button under the desk. I arrived at the Riverside Inn just after sunset, exhausted from 8 hours of driving through Pennsylvania back roads. The hotel looked decent from the outside. A 3-story brick building with a neon sign advertising free Wi-Fi and continental breakfast. My boyfriend Liam had booked the room online 2 weeks ago, finding a deal too good to pass up for our weekend getaway. $90 a night in peak tourist season seemed like a miracle, and I'd been looking forward to this trip for months. We'd been dating for 6 months, and this was our first vacation together, a test run for the relationship's future. Liam had driven ahead in his own car because he was coming straight from a work conference in Pittsburgh. The plan was to meet at the hotel, check in together, then find somewhere nice for dinner. But his text came through 20 minutes before I arrived saying his meeting was running late and I should check in without him. He'd given me his credit card information over the phone, told me to get the key, and he'd be there within the hour. I'd hesitated because using someone else's card felt weird, but Liam had insisted it was fine, that couples did this all the time. The lobby was small and outdated, with floral wallpaper that might have been stylish in 1987, and a coffee station that looked like it hadn't been cleaned in days. A young woman stood behind the front desk, maybe mid-20s with brown hair pulled into a tight ponytail. Her name tag read Stephanie, and she smiled when I walked in. The kind of customer service smile that doesn't quite reach the eyes. I approached the counter and explained that I was checking in for a reservation under Liam Brennan's name. Stephanie's smile stayed fixed as she typed into her computer. She asked for identification, and I handed over my driver's license, explaining that my boyfriend had made the reservation and would be arriving soon. Stephanie studied my ID for longer than seemed necessary, her eyes flicking between my face and the license multiple times. She asked if I had the credit card used for the booking. I explained that Liam had the card and provided the number from my phone where he'd texted it. Stephanie typed slowly, her expression unchanging, then asked how I knew Liam. The question caught me off guard because it seemed irrelevant to checking into a hotel room. I laughed nervously and said he was my boyfriend, that we were here for a romantic weekend. Stephanie nodded but didn't smile. She asked how long we'd been together. 6 months, I answered, confused about why this mattered for hotel check-in. She asked where we met. At a coffee shop near my apartment, I said, my patience starting to thin. She asked if my family knew I was here. The question sent a chill down my spine because it was so strange, so out of place. Yes, I told my sister I was taking a trip. Why are you asking me this? Stephanie's hand moved beneath the desk, a subtle motion I almost didn't notice. She pressed something, and I heard a faint electronic beep. Her expression remained neutral as she said she needed to verify some information with the manager before completing my check-in. She asked me to wait in the lobby and disappeared through a door marked staff only. I stood there confused and increasingly irritated, checking my phone to see if Liam had texted an update. Nothing. The lobby felt suddenly oppressive, too quiet except for the hum of the vending machines. A man emerged from the staff door 5 minutes later, older and heavier than Stephanie, wearing a polo shirt with the hotel logo. He introduced himself as Dennis, the night manager, and asked if I could step into the back